Hello, bonjour, savant. How are we today? It is Wednesday, September the 24th, 2025, here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, by the beautiful shores of Lake Huron. Wow, made it through. Absolutely made it through. The lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, first day of autumn here, or the equinox, can be spring if that's where you are located. Unbelievable. The energy, the transitions in time waves, the functioning of I'm hearing it to say as the latecomers into the newcomers, or the late bloomers and the new bloomers. So lots of people are transitioning at this time. Lots of new focuses here and there and everywhere. So we are being predetermined in our higher light, and we are speaking to you from our higher angelic might. And this is how we give you an expression of our higher might. So we're transitioning down through the ages into the time allotments being given here on your planet and on your world. And we're giving you a time that is now being unfurled. This is our new world. The transitions have been very deep. They are being very deep. They are, and I'm seeing it and hearing it like an elastic band. They can move and they can expand like an elastic band. So our time here is more flexible now. It's more proficient. It's just more elastic, and I kind of feel like I want to get an elastic from my drawer here. We seem to need that, so let me find one. I know I have one here somewhere. There it is. It's not the best. It's an old one here. Okay, so there's our elastic band. That's how we give and expand. So we can grow or we can let go. So if you let go, it's just the elastic. There's no expansion there. There's no retraction there. It just is. That's the shape, the volume, the space. The crime against time is that we don't realign. Okay. So this is an expansion of a propitious timeline. I haven't heard that word since 2018, 2019. We were hearing that word all the time. So how far have you expanded your conscious awareness, your subconscious awareness? Are you still dangling in the past? Because as we know, the past does not last. Or are you expanding it? Now, if I keep pulling this, and this is a smaller, thicker band, so it's harder to get it to stretch. I don't have a lot of elastic bands here at this desk. But if it was a thinner one, it would be easier to stretch and flex. But if I pull this, and I break those all the time because I put them on things that are too big for them and they break. So you can't, but I can't do that with this one or I would get hurt. And I don't want to do that. So if we get to the point of where the elastic band of time stretches beyond time, then we have crossed a new timeline. So this is the escape mechanism of our journey through time, across bands of time, bandwidths of time, okay? There's lots of time waves out there, and there are lots of, I'm hearing it as time graves. So there are lost timelines, there are found timelines, there are functioning divine timelines. There are all sorts of these waves of magnetic lines of time. And they can prosper, they can be prosperous for us, or they can prosper, for us, or magnetize against us, whichever way we kind of think or feel or seem it should be. So if you want to expand your consciousness across time, you have to become more elasticize yeah, to the divine mind. You have to be more procreative with the divine. You have to be more inclined to be divine because that has more elasticity across time or over time. If we choose or we have chosen from past histories to be less divine, then we're going to be of a less creative mind. So we're going to be of a more dominant mind, a more dominant spine of time. So as the control structure here on your world and on your planet has been saying for so long to you through the thought waves of the creativity of the lines of time, it's like we want you to be less divine, so you won't be fine. You won't be fine across your divine line of time because then the controllers cannot manipulate you as well. So you let go of the control, you let go of the manipulation, so you're more divine. So those of us who are more inclined to be divine, we have less accessibility to the lower lengths of time. So we don't, in other words, degrade ourselves. We don't degrade the generational ways of being. The DNA doesn't get disposed of as easily or as quickly as the controlling beings of your planet and world, want it to be or want you to be. They're very controlling. They need that to feel that it's like a tightness in their thought waves or their structures of thought. Wow. Because that's the way they've been taught. So again, it just runs in their genetics, their dynamic codes of light. So we don't have to be there. We don't have to do that. We have been there and we have done that. So, excuse me, we don't have to do that anymore. We can cross our own ethereal floor or core. So it's like and I'm seeing a picture of our parliamentary system in Ottawa, in the Parliament buildings. And I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of how they seat the one politicians from the one party and the other politicians from the other party. They have these seats that go up like in a theater. And then there's a big hallway in between. So there's this space in between. The Speaker of the House sits on this big throne up at the front of the room in between the two opposing sides. And sometimes the politicians, they change their thought or their viewpoint of life or whatever it is that they have to gain as opposed to what they have to lose, theoretically. And they'll walk down the staircase from wherever they're sitting and they'll cross the floor and they'll go up into the seating arrangements of the opposite side. And so sometimes we hear on the news that so-and-so just crossed the floor. And that's what it means. They've quit their one parliamentary side where they belonged, and they decided, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to think like that. I don't want to have that belief system. I don't want to be a part of you guys anymore and girls. I want to be over there. I want to think like that. I want to do like that. I want to represent myself like this with this group instead, because that's how I think. Or maybe there's a monetary gift in there somewhere, that helps them make up their mind to do that. Whatever the reason, that's what I hear it as. And that's the picture I'm being given. That's what I'm being shown, is that sometimes we cross our own floor. So we can negate the past, we can say the past doesn't last, and we can cross over into this ethereal floor or ethereal core where we want and engage with so much more. And that's how we get to our central core. So when we've been missing ourselves, like I miss being me, sometimes if you're in a marriage or a partnership with someone, doesn't matter, personal business, whatever, And it's like that other person is very powerful, and they're kind of, stronger than you or more dominant than you. Maybe you're okay with that for a while, and then after a while it's like, yeah, this is boring. I've kind of lost who I am. Nothing against the other person. Sometimes this is just a dynamic you have chosen to work through. And then you kind of say, I gotta leave this partnership because I've lost who I've been for so long. Like, who am I? I don't even remember. And you leave this partnership and you've been on your own for a few years, and it's like, yeah, I've come back to me. I know who I am now. I've regained my conscious awareness, and it feels good. I like being me now. Don't want to be absorbed by some other being of thought. So it's kind of sort of like that. I'm hearing that we're missionary witnesses here. So we've come in to help you. We've come in to, oh gosh, I don't like that word, but that's what I'm hearing, to groom you. That can be used for good or ill. To be a higher, more, again, propitious, awesomely connected, highlight, superhuman being of higher thoughts, thought waves, beliefs, understanding, knowledge, wisdom, awareness, completion. What's there not to like when we rise up higher in our energy fields and raise our vibration of thought? I have found this last time period, and every time I'm thinking, oh, I got to come on, I got to talk about the solar eclipse, got to talk about the equinox, I got to, whatever, and it was just like, no. And I just felt myself pulling back from doing that, felt myself going within. My physical body has been changing. I've been sleeping 9 to 11 hours. And then there are a few days mixed in there where it's like 4 hours. Headaches a lot as I'm downloading all of this new upgrading information coming through the spheres of light. Ears were ringing like crazy for so long. It's just starting to ease up now. So my physical body was having a heck of a time keeping up with all these new light rays coming onto your world or your planet, where we have sequestered ourselves for some time to come. But now we're on the run. So as we work through these new waves of thought, waves of creation, waves of being, we are estimating that our new time of seeing is a new time of believing. So now what we're going to see from third eye, juxtapositioning into the higher fields of light, we're going to see really what's been going on, what is going on now and into the future, and we're going to know right from wrong. Just using those duality words, that's what I'm being given and shown today as we speak with you. So sometimes we're going to learn a lot just by viewing via our third eye. Other times we're going to see a lot by the experiences that our soul brings ourselves to go through. I know, sometimes we don't like those experiences, do we? But when we get through them, we kind of go, oh, yeah, I get it now. I have higher wisdom now. I understand this experience that we, as a supreme multidimensional being, have been living through. We've been going through this for our new experiences in the higher light. And that's what we're doing here, right? We're experiencing our higher light. So we're woven into this dreamland state here. We're thinking it's not great, but actually, truth is, it's in essence a beautiful thing. I have been getting, physical 3D me has been getting lots of imagery and experiences and visions in my dreamland state. So a lot of parallel lifetimes coming through. Oh my gosh, some of them are just not fun, are they? And others are so much better. So been going through all of that, but basically, again, more heart chakra opening, more thought awareness, more caring, more love, more compassion. Um, especially, it's hardest to be that way with people who treat us badly, right? That's the big test down here, right? So all of these, I've had these visions of the different people whom I've had relationship experiences with, and it's like, I really didn't like that, and I don't like that person for doing that. And it's like, as we always used to hear it, the who did what to who. And now that seems to be gone. So whatever it is we've been working through with the last time period of these eclipses and the changes in frequency and the higher light, it's like exposing us to the truth of the light, that everything's all right. I've always heard, I'm going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Everything is all right. Everything's okay. I'm okay. How simple it is to say that every day. Doesn't matter how many times you have to do that, or you need to do that, or you want to do that. It makes things better when you do, when you're experiencing anxiety. So we're living the lie, and now we can say goodbye. Okay, so all the things that we hated and were angry about and contentious about and belligerent about, and all of those jealousy moments and the feeling less than, and I'm not as important as Joe Blow down the street or Susie Q up the lane there. It's like, it's gone. All of that thinking, that thought wave, that old detrimental way of being, it's gone. We don't have that old visionary conscious awareness because it doesn't exist on this timeline now. That's a done deal. That's over and done with. If you're still compliant with that energy, then cut the cord, if you so choose, of course. It's your choice. But if you want to reach higher states of awareness, conscious awareness, higher light being status here, then cut those thought waves to the past, because the past does not last. That's holding you back. That's bringing you down. It's bringing you down. It's drowning you in your old belief systems. They're going to be shot to heck, pretty soon anyway. And you're going to see it. You've all been blinded for so long, but you're going to see all of this, the reality of the new reality. And it all comes from your system of thought and the structures and the viability and ways of being here that are more truthful to the sun, the central sunlight beings, central to everyone. That's the truth structure here on your planet. It's been generated for eons of time. And now we've been pre-aligned to it. Now we're going to be reassigned to this new timeline where we are reassigned, realigned to our high dimensional, interdimensional divine line of time. And that's the propitious timeline. That's a hard word to say. Oh, yeah, I haven't heard that. We haven't heard that talk since, 2018, 2019, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So that's what I've been feeling. If you wish to comment about how you've been getting through this exhaustive time wave of thought and the immaterial versus the material ways of thinking and being, then please share your experiences. And you can leave a comment if you so choose. But all is love. We love you here. We love you there. We love you everywhere. Because we are love. That is our state of being, is love. And all this other stuff is subterfuge. It's just luge. It's covering up the truth of everything that we were meant to be, and that's love. Until eternity, or onto eternity. We're love. So we're getting I'm hearing these love jackets and love bombing from the universe. We're being enveloped in these beautiful auras of love and magnetism to the higher light. So what I've been going through personally, 3D me, it's like in meditation, these pictures come up, the visions come up of these people in my recent past in the last few years. In other words, last about 3 years. And it's everyone I've interacted with and where I've been angry with for from my point of view, bad treatment of me. It's just a personal opinion, of course. Lessons learning, bridges burning. Then I've been able to see through that. Okay, that was something to experience. Now I understand that way of the patterns, their way of thinking, their way of being. I get all that now. I understand it more clearly than I did in the past. So thank you. Forgive, bless, and release. Our 3-step plan here. And I truly am feeling more and more heart chakra love for all of these people, for everyone. So forgiveness is like it's a part of the past. We don't even have to forgive because the love covers it all. And so love, excuse me, this is hard to get out. Got to clear the throat chakra on talking about this because, other beings don't want us to see through this muddled up mess here, to understand that this is the way out. This is the key to conscious awareness. This is the way out. It's through soothing yourself through the higher light. That comes from love. So universe is love bombing us. We're covered in this glow of love and light, and we expand ourselves outwardly like the elastic band. We're no longer this tight little small piece of light here. We're huge. We're expanding it onto eternity. There's no stopping us. That's what the controllers don't like. They're afraid. Ooh, they're going to be more powerful than us. I got news for you, honey. We already are. We already have been. We were just the last ones to know it, to hear it, and you're hearing it here and now, as you have from many others across your world and planet for eons of time and eons to come. We love you. We're on the run, and we're going to return to our higher sun. We are magnetizing you and everyone. God bless. We're on the run. That's my fun team. That's my sun team. They love coming in and working with us. And they work with, they're very humorous. They love to work with humor. So that's how I hear it when they're saying goodbye. We've had our fun. We're on the run. Bye-bye. So love you always. Take care of yourselves and others. And let's keep journeying on. We're not there yet. We're not done yet. Got a lot more to do. And do we shall. All right. If you do wish to connect with us, you can go to our website, www.healingourenergy.ca. And we may see you there then. Oh, and just a reminder, October, 25th, the Saturday for the retreat. I don't know where we're at. I haven't kept in check with the woman who is organizing this, so I don't know if we're totally full or not. But you can go to my Facebook page, scroll down in the description box, the very last line, click on it. It's my Facebook link to Healing Our Energy, and you can scroll through the posts, go down to where I had posted her information about her name and how to, her contact information and how to reach her to join our little group if you so choose. All right. Well, we'll speak with you again. Bye for now.